What's up, Bronco Country? It's Tim Dog over here with the Mile High OUTKAST. We got a great show for you tonight. Our title of our segment is called Green Bay is on the way, because as everyone knows, we got Green Bay coming to play in Denver against the undefeated home team, the only undefeated home team in the NFL. We got Medlock getting ready to come up. We got tons of topics to talk about, so let's get in it, fellas. How about that? Oh, my bad.
In the shadow of the Rockies where the orange burns bright, we ride with the outlaws under stadium lights. Mile high, we fly, no chains combined. This podcast the rocket and the altitude's kind.
Turn it up, let the city feel the bass. Every word's a touchdown, every beat's a chase. We're the Mile High OUTKAST. Broncos, we broadcast. Climbing, never falling fast. Full of Mile High blast.
What say you, Joe? How's it going, my brother?
Going good, man. Going good. Ready for this little show tonight. Talk a little sports and see who's out there in the comments and what they got to say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the Nuggets playing at 8:00, I believe. Something to look forward to after the podcast ends. How's your week, bro?
It's going good, man.
Going
good. Yeah.
Right.
We're still on that win streak, so man, everything's good with me. We got Green Bay on the way, and like I said, I think we can slay Green Bay. So I'm ready for that too.
Oh, I'm ready for that challenge any day, my bro. Coming off of a couple podcasts since our last Thursday one. I did post game, and then we both did Broncos Bros, and then it seemed really quick to get back to Thursday. To be honest with you, it was a kind of a fast week.
Yeah, definitely, especially after, like you said, doing the show Monday. So
yeah, exactly. We had fun over there with those Broncos Bros. Much love to the Orange and Blue network. Before we get into the housekeeping, Joe, I want everybody that's on YouTube that's watching YouTube, once again, they did your original password got set as your handle name, your username. So if we don't recognize you or whatever, because it's email from when you first went into YouTube, so make sure to get in those settings, change it to your handle so we know absolutely what you want to be called on this show. Got anything to add real quick, Joe?
No, I'm good.
All right, get that housekeeping out of the way, my bro.
For sure, let's do that. So we are on the Orange and Blue Network. We are asking that you guys like, share, subscribe, comment too, because we definitely like comments. We like to shout you guys out, hear what you guys are feeling. But we definitely want you guys to get up into the YouTube, subscribe there. Make sure you got like you said, make sure your thing's public too, because we're going to be doing a Nick's jersey raffle. So you definitely want to have your name in the hat for that. And it's going to keep going. The more subscribers we get, the more giveaways we could do. And we do got shows every day of the week. Monday and Friday, we have Orange and Blue Blitz. That's with Isaiah and Bronco Yost. And then on Monday, we were on that show the other day, Bronco Bros. They do that Monday at 7. Then Tuesday is our flagship show. So Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue. That's with Johnny and Jay. And I think Bronco Yost is on there too as well. And then Wednesdays at 2:30, we got the Mile High Symposium. That's with Doc and JT. And then on Wednesday night at 6, we have Bronco Talk. That's with the Don and Libre. Check them out. Check all these shows out. Thursday, of course, you got the Mile High OUTKAST, where you guys are watching right now. Make sure you check us out every week. And then on Fridays, Don and Libre do Viva Los Broncos, which is in Spanish. So for anybody out there who's looking for some content in Spanish, we got you guys covered. Any breaking news, it's going to be the Fresh Squeeze. Then we got the Buck Your Feelings pregame show. We got the Buck and Booth play-by-play, and then we got the Buck Your Feelings post-game show. So I got you guys covered on the game day as well. So just make sure you guys are sharing that and letting everybody know what we got going on here. And our sponsor is going to be Dubby. Dubby is Jitterless Energy. They got all the clean stuff, no sugars, no calories, no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors. So it's got all the good stuff without none of the other stuff that makes you not want to buy an energy drink. So when you go over there, and they got a lot of different flavors too. When you do go over there and make an order, use the code OBN10, get 10% off your order, and enjoy that Dubby like the Broncos are doing.
Well said. Well said. W for the dub, right? Dub for the W, however you want to put it.
Yes,
go ahead and sample it out. I hear good things from the network. I'm going to have to try that out very soon.
Yeah. We got a comment already. Let me shout him out real quick.
Go ahead.
Got D-Rock. He said, what's up, fellas?
D-Rock.
D-Rock, man. Hey, you're having a good night, man. Good week. So hope you are too.
All right, Joe. So we got Green Bay on the way. So first question I want to get into, man, let's just tackle it. We all know we went to the Raiders, and previous podcasts from this Orange and Blue Network hit a lot on that. So, I'm pretty sure, we got that win out of Vegas. It was a one score, just real quick. I don't believe it should have been a one score game. We let up off the defense, but now we're back home and we got Green Bay. So the first thing I want to ask you, my brother, is how do you think this Broncos offense is going to start now that we opened up the offense a little bit with the Commander and the Raider game? How do you think we're going to come out against Green Bay?
We got to come out with some good balanced running game, because you got to keep the pass rush and Mike Parsons and the D line. You got to keep them at bay so they're just not gearing for both throwing 30 or more passes. So so I definitely think we got to come out with some kind of balance. Got to get RJ Harvey going. And then we can start setting up some other play pass, some misdirections, and just take advantage of their speed when we do get to passing down. So yeah, it's gonna be and I think with this, like I said, with the last two games, with the momentum they've got, I definitely have a good feeling.
So I mean, is it more of a hopeful thinking, like that's what they should do, or you think that that's like going to be a good chance that we're going to come out, that first drive coming out exactly how you put it?
Well, I mean, I want it to be the latter, because we have to start fast. We can't wait till the second half or the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter team like we normally do. We got to start early, because Green Bay is probably going to put a little bit of points on us. I'm not going to say they put a lot, but we can't be chasing the lead on too many teams like this. Green Bay's not one of those teams where you want to be behind by too much and try to play catch up. So definitely, like I said, I think we got to come up doing pretty good, moving the ball around, getting it to Ingram, getting it to to Cortland, RJ Harvey, or Marvin Mims. We got to make sure we're moving the ball around to where we're not just focusing on one area. And just make sure we are keeping Green Bay at guessing on what we're gonna do.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Here's how I think it's gonna go when we start off. I don't think we're gonna play too much around with Harvey trying to be a 20-plus runner. I think what we're gonna go do to Green Bay is what the Commanders try to do to us and get that ball out quick. Set up play design on quick slants. They don't want to see that D line, bro. I'm not saying our offensive line isn't great, because they are. You know what I mean? We got a great offensive line. Finally, right? Finally here, But
yeah,
I think we're gonna get Ingram, and I know I say that every week. You know that, Joe. But what I'm thinking is we're gonna have quick routes. Bubbles, I hope, aren't a scheme of what we're trying to do in this offense. If it happens later, bring it in after you're doing some quick slants, some, little in and outs, quick button hook, something like that. But I think we're going to become firing out of that ball. And once again, I said this last week, I believe, to you, I know it's backwards because the rush always opens up the pass, but I believe if we get these quick outs and start nailing them for 8 yards, we don't got to go down the field right away. It'll open up some running for Harvey so he can do something. He can be a decoy if he goes in motion. So I think I think in my eyes, the best game plan to get at Green Bay on their heels is those quick passes.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with you.
And Chicago didn't play Green Bay horribly. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Green Bay isn't a great team, and we'll do predictions later, but I'm honestly pumped, man. I'm not really scared of Green Bay. I think it is going to be a good game, but as the fourth quarter team we shall prevail.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm right there with you. The Bears was that's a division game, so they're always a little bit tougher than normal. So yeah, I definitely think that
always going to be a little one. We'll come back to the segment topic. How about we get into some first and tailgate? We'll do one segment and then we do some comments, Joe.
for sure.
Right on. All right, we're back. We're back with first and tailgate. I always love when that segment comes on, man. Well done, Johnny. Well done, Johnny.
Yeah, definitely gets the show rolling.
Sir. So first thing I want to talk about on first and tailgate is, do you believe either team is going to have a 100-yard rusher, despite if it's not the Broncos or not Green Bay or both or neither? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't think Green Bay will have a 100-yard rusher, but I would hope not, because if they do, that's gonna be a tough day for the defense. That's gonna be them getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage and getting good pursuit angles in the second and third levels. So I would hope they don't, and if they do give up 100 yards to Green Bay, it's going to make it a really tough day for us. And the Broncos, RJ Harvey, I would love for him to get 100, but if he can just do like he did last week and just be productive, I don't need him to. I would love to get 100 from him, but if he gets, depending on the amount of carries he gets, I mean, if we get the same amount of carries as last week, or about a couple more, and he's 4 or 5, I think he was like 4 yards, average 4 yards a carry. I mean, it was good production. So I'm not saying he has to get 100, but if we do get 100 out of RJ Harvey, I mean, man, that means our offense is definitely gonna be rolling. So
Oh yeah.
So like I said, either team, I truly don't see Green Bay getting it done. And depending on the amount of carries RJ Harvey gets, if we get him 17 carries, he might be around the right around the 100-yard mark. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. You're not banking on it for either team. With Green Bay, I'm going to say if a single player can get 100+ yards, absolutely not on Green Bay, because I don't even think Josh Jacobs is up in the air. Correct? They don't even know if he's going to play.
Yeah.
So that's big, and so Green Bay on the other side, I'll just make that quick. No 100+ for them. On our side with Harvey, he's the only one that would have a chance. I don't think he'll have 100 rushing, but I think there's a good possibility to get 100 all-purpose.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You get him out on some wheels. I mean, if we can get those quick throws, like I was saying a little bit earlier, we get those quick throws, and then all of a sudden Harvey's back there, and then he goes off tackle or something, or however they want to. Maybe even an option. I think an option might be a good thing for this offense. I don't mean to differ too far off, Joe, but let Cutler realize if he wants to pass it, or just boom, right to Harvey, a run option. I mean, that might be feasible. Just try to get out to the outside lines instead of breaking through tackles,
Yeah, for sure.
And the next thing, go ahead.
Yeah.
One more, Joe. Who do you think for the Denver Broncos is going to have the most receiving receptions? Last week, I believe it was Sutton.
I think so.
And then the week before, I believe, was Ingram. So if you had to pick one now, because we're in the last couple weeks of the season, who do you think we're going to get over there and throw the ball to the most and get the most receptions?
Most receptions this week for the Broncos, it should be Courtland Sutton. Should be. Depending if he's getting doubled, though, I could see it going down to Ingram. I can't see Pat Bryant and Mims getting that many catches, but it wouldn't be so far off. But it should be Sutton. But like I said, second would be Ingram if they're covering Sutton, with double coverage or got somebody over top of him. So
yeah, I think with Harvey in motion and Sutton going out on out routes or whatever, I think a lot of those quick throws are going to go to Ingram. So my take on that is, he didn't have the best game last week, but the week before he had the most receptions against the Commanders. Mm-hmm. So what I think is that he's going to have a lot of opportunity. You're going to have to account for them. And once you get Ingram involved, your defensive schemes are going to go a little bit different, and then that can open it up for Sutton. You brought up Mims. I think, Mims might have 2 receptions for the game, but possibly one for yards after the catch for a 30, 40-yard play to get that ball moving down the field. And then it's just another thing that the Packers defense are going to have to worry about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And like I said, if Green Bay is blitzing, we're definitely going to have Ingram should be a hot route right over the middle or, real quick pass. So as I said, depending on how they're going to play it, I definitely think Ingram could get a good amount of receptions as well this week.
Definitely, brother. Why don't you bring up some comments, and then we'll get back into first tailgate.
For sure. Yeah, we got a couple good ones here. Starting off with your daughter. She said, "Hi, Dad."
My boo-boo.
Hey. My son is not commenting, but he's in the other room. We got D-Rock coming in again. D-Rock said, how are we feeling about Drew Sanders? He's not available ever, and when he does play, he gets cooked. So Drew Sanders, this is his 3rd year, linebacker. He's definitely had a lot of injuries. And then like I said, a couple times he's been out there, hasn't done the best. But we're kind of stacked at linebackers, so he's kind of he's in a pool where we haven't necessarily needed him. So he may be one that he may not be around too much longer.
Yeah, but on that point, when you look at it, the way this defense runs, man, they need to take a breath. So, like he said, he's getting cooked. I agree. But it kind of seems like he's lost out there. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of looks like he doesn't know the scheme as well as he should or taking advice from the guys that are doing it. So, I don't think he's going to stick around. Not by choice, obviously. But, yeah, man, he's got to get, if you're only getting in, 3 plays a game or something, I don't even know if he's managing that, to be honest. But he's got to do something to make sure that he's just not being bullied on that field,
Yeah, and like I said, with us picking up Greenlaw, Jonah Ellis is coming back now too. It's just the linebackers are pretty stacked. So, but like you said, if we can keep him around, get a couple plays from him, we need blows. We'll see. But yeah, past this year, I don't know.
Yeah.
D-Rock again, he said probably no Jacobs this Sunday for Green Bay. Yeah, if they don't have Jacobs, that'd definitely be a big help for us. So, and even if he does play, he's gonna be a little banged up. So that's why I said that's why I don't think Green Bay has a chance to get 100. Got Bronco Rob in the house. He said, "What's up, boys?"
Bronco Rob, what's up? Much love to Bronco Rob. That so all the new viewers out there, just real quick, Joe, before you read that, Bronco Rob does an amazing play-by-play. And you know what? It's not just when you can't watch it. Give it a chance. Have it on the TV, sync it up, push pause, and wait for Rob's play-by-play to sync up with it. And you're really going to enjoy the stuff that he says. I did it with him 1 week. That is his show. And once again, every Bronco game, he does a play-by-play. So looking forward to seeing you then, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It definitely is pretty cool. I tuned in a little bit, and tune down the commentators because Chris Collinsworth, Aikman, guys,
Here's a guy.
I mean, they're just horrible. And he said, Bronco Rob, he also said this game will come down to whose pass rush gets home first most often. That is very true. If we can, like I said, Tim is on the thinking that they're going to get the ball out quick, which I'm probably sure they're going to do. But if we can't get there, we got to put our hands up. And if we can get to Love, and man, if we can get 5 sacks this week, man, we're definitely going to be on the pace for a win.
Well, I'm sure we can all agree that Bonito has some hops, so he'll be putting his hands up if he can't get to the quarterback. We know what he did against those Commanders.
And then we got our buddy back from Vegas, George.
My brother.
He said, "What's up, fellas? Big game Sunday." I know, and man, I'm kind of jealous you're getting to go.
Big game, yes, sir.
Yeah. And then we got Pops coming in here, Coach.
What up, Coach?
He said, play with the home field fans and have our defense make some turnovers. Yes, we need. That's one thing our defense hasn't done is they have not gotten a good amount of turnovers. Not for lack of effort though, just haven't gotten them. So that's another thing. Like I said, the turnovers and points off and defensive points. You know, if we can get a couple of defensive touchdowns these last couple of games, man, it's going to help us a lot too.
Well, I know. Go ahead. Sorry, bro.
And during the press conference today, Sean Payton said the same thing. He said he needs the fans to help out. So yeah, they got to get loud and make it hard for Green Bay to get their plays off.
Yeah, and I know you've been calling out a pick 6 for a couple of weeks now. That's we all want it, and I'm not saying that I haven't said we're gonna get one, but I mean we're due, bro. We are so due, Joe. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
To get that, and I like the way you said it. Like it's not for a lack of effort. That defense is crazy, but you put turnovers with the defense. Oh, Bo at the 40 on or the 50 or whatever. Good turnovers to give us good field position is going to be a huge part of what we can do in this game, and hopefully we can get that going.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, let's keep it moving.
All right. So next on my list, first and tailgate. What we have here is, I think this is going to be a 50-50 to everybody watching. Please, as always, comment about anything that we're talking about. We love to bring up your point of view, no matter what side you're on, Denver or Green Bay. My question to you, Joe, is Sean Payton going to open this playbook, or is he going to make it? Is he going to be a little bit more safe, knowing that it's a better team, and wait for the defense to make some plays and not force his offense into turnovers for themselves?
Definitely, he's going to open up the playbook a little bit more. We from the first part of the season, man, we were doing all them little short screens that just, man, it was frustrating me so much. But now I think the way he does it, it incorporates into the game a lot better when he does do screens. And we're not just focused on that. So I think we're definitely going to keep the playbook open. I mean, maybe even getting a trick play or two, as long as it's not that BS long developing double pass,
You're still salty about that.
Oh, man.
As am I. As am I.
But like I said, when they did that flea flicker in like game 2 or 3, if Bo would have threw it out there, dude was open, but he just didn't get it out there far enough. So, I definitely think we're gonna have the playbook open. We got to keep pressure on them, and we got to get some points. So the offense has got some momentum. We got to keep it going, in this game. And Green Bay's a tough team, but we got to keep the fire on them and make some plays.
Yeah, my take on that is I think we're going to come out with some quick passes, like I said already. If that doesn't seem to be working, I think Sean will kind of shut down a little bit. I hate to say that, and just try to get whatever he could. You just never know what he's going to bring. And I feel the way we played the Raiders and the Commanders, I felt like that was just an amazing chance just to do, even if we didn't get the first down, open it up and let's see if this is going to work. to keep Green Bay a little bit on their heel. So I think he's going to be a little bit more conservative if he gets shut down off the quick passes. I'm still going to stick with those quick passes off the bat. And if it works, it's going to open up the playbook. But say they're ready for something like that, I think he's going to go a little bit more conservative. I hate to say that.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope not. Because like I said, we got to put some points on the board, and field goals are okay, but they're in. We got to make sure we get more sevens and threes. So yeah.
Well, definitely. And when you go on those long drives, like what they were doing, 6-7 minute drives,
Yeah.
you don't want to end up with a field goal at that
No.
point. You ran down the field. You get your 6, get your extra point, go get some rest, because now your defense is rested. And they're going to go do their job, what they're meant to do. So you got to capitalize off those. I mean, if you're going to, I've been complaining all year, time of possession needs to be in our favor. I mean, of course but like they haven't utilized it. A lot of 3 and outs, and now we're not getting those. But now the difference is it's like the same outcome almost, because now you are running all the way down the field and you're not capitalizing on plays that you need to.
Yeah, for sure.
Excuse me. So the next thing here, the last thing on First and Tailgate, it's the AFC playoff picture. So as of today, if we went in today, we would have the number 1. We'd be number 1 in the AFC. A lot of things can happen with this playoff picture still, Joe. This is why I bring it up, because you got AFC teams fighting for their lives right now, and anything can happen on any given Sunday. Look what happened to the Colts. I mean, bro, did you see who they brought in, Joe?
Yes, the old man.
Old man Rivers is officially, I believe what I saw was right, or what I read today. He is going to start. He is going to start in this game. So that's going to be huge as a win-loss. It's going to be huge on a couple of the other games. KC's fighting for their lives. I don't see them getting in. But obviously, would you disagree that Broncos are going to be 1 or 2, and then Patriots 1 or 2? I mean, do you, even though it's not clinched, do you believe those 2 teams will get 1 and 2, no matter which way it goes?
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll both be 1 or 2. The Colts are going to be down because their quarterback just got hurt, so they're going to be in a rough spot. You're bringing in Phillip Rivers, but that's it's a shot in the dark. They got to do something. And I don't see any other team. Jacksonville is doing good, but they're not going to stay up. They're not going to win as much games as to make up the gap between us and New England.
Well, I don't have it brought up or nothing, but the Colts
I'm about to bring it up here.
The Colts have a crazy schedule at the end of their season, dude. Like, with Phillip Rivers, 2 QBs down, like, they are, I mean, let me hit the button here.
Yeah, so we got Jacksonville's who you were saying has a tough schedule?
The Colts do, because they still got to play the Jags. I think they got to play the Texans as well. I believe they got to play the Bills. So they got like one so-so game. I don't know the order of it, but I mean, as everyone was talking about the Colts at the beginning of the season, like, oh, they beat the Broncos. They're better than the Broncos. And now look, they're on their way out. And that's not just because of the injury that which happened last week. They've been steadily declining. So I'm gonna get rid of the Colts if I could be honest with you.
Yeah, that's not bad because they play the Seahawks this week.
Seahawks the other one.
Yeah, Seahawks that's gonna be a tough game. They're playing really good. They got the 49ers, another tough one. The Jags and the Texans. So that's tough schedule. That's tough schedule for them. So,
especially at the position that they're at.
Yeah, so I would definitely count the Colts about out too.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
New England's got a tough schedule too, though. It's not a walk in the park for them. It's, they have. Let's see here. Yeah, they play the Bills this week. So that's gonna be a tough one. Then you got the Ravens. Then you got the Jets. Not a hard game. The Jets and the Dolphins that ended up. So the Dolphins are playing pretty good. So we'll see how they end up at the end of the season. But that's 3 tough games there for the Patriots too.
Yeah, I would say 2 in my book. I don't think they have it like us. I mean, we got Green Bay, Jacksonville, Arrowhead, and then depending, man. I mean, if we both go 3-0, I would have to retract my statement where we rest the players because you want to go after number 1. So there's a chance that our starters might play against the Chargers at the end of the season.
Yeah,
if it ends up like that. If we clinch, we're resting them. But if it's a dogfight to the end, then both teams are going to be playing their starters in the last week of the season.
That's for sure. Steelers, man, they got a little bit of a tough schedule too. They got the Dolphins this week. They got the Lions. Then they got the Browns and the Ravens. So, it's not an easy schedule for them neither. But
I don't think it's easy for anyone. There's a lot of divisional games to be played between all the divisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how they set it up to where they want to make more competitive games at the end of the season. Where that's how they're making the conference games at the end of the year, which was a good move. I definitely like that.
I like it. I'm all down for it. You got any comments, Joe, or do you want me to go back in?
No, I got a comment. Couple comments here.
All right.
We got Boss Man. He said, evening, what did he say?
You rowdy bunch of outcasts. What up, Johnny? Hope you're feeling better, my bro. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, man. Hope you feel better. That definitely didn't sound good when Tim was telling me this morning. But then we got
we're up and going.
Then we got Devin. He came back in. Thanks for watching again. He said, Packers are legit. 5th toughest schedule in the league, while Denver is 31st. Been barely beating mediocre teams. You guys better watch out. Yes. I feel that.
I was just going to say, Devin, we embrace any fan that you are. I will differ a little bit. Won't take the same stand as you. 31st, that's reaching a little bit. But, we're going to go play it out on Sunday and, on any given Sunday. So, let's see the best team will win on Sunday. Go Broncos.
I think our strength of schedule at the start of the year was like that's what the ranking was. But we've had some surprise teams that have been pretty good this year. The Packers are legit. The Packers are legit. I definitely want to see how we do out there. That's why I said I want our offense to come out firing and, not be conservative. So, if we can put some points up on the Packers, it's going to make me feel even better. Definitely got to beat the best to be the best.
But the difference is, sorry, Joe, but the difference is the schedule that came out at the beginning of the year. There's so many AFC teams that weren't expected to win, and the ones that were expected to win are not winning. Yeah, so we're on that together. So it just goes with the season. You can't just look at it like, at the beginning of the season, this is what it said. No, like week by week, it gets tougher and tougher on every AFC team. Where the NFC, the predictions are still there. And the AFC predictions, it's a roller coaster,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, we have been barely beating mediocre teams. It's been frustrating for me a little bit at the start of the season. But then I realized a win is a win. I'm going to take it, and let's get this let's get up for Green Bay and, see what we got. So I definitely am I got good feelings. But I definitely want to see how we do. And like I said, if we can put some points against Green Bay, I'm going to be all the more happy about the rest of our season.
All right. Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's keep it rolling.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So next up, it's something that we always do here. A lot of players have come through. Not just the Broncos organization, but through the Nuggets organization, through the Avs organization, even the Rockies. So what we do is always give a Mile High memory. So we're going to jump into the Mile High memory. For those that don't know, we just pick a retired player, someone that put a great input on Colorado organizations, sports organizations. So please comment who your Mile High memory would be, and let's get into it, Joe.
Oh yeah.
It's up to you, my bro. You want to go first or me?
Go ahead and go first. I'll go next.
All right. So my Mile High memory is one of the best tight ends to ever play the game. One of the first tight ends to revolutionize what a tight end is now, like a Tony Gonzalez or Kelsey, multiple, even Gronk. My high on my memory is going to none in the other, a 2-time Super Bowl winner, Shannon Sharpe. And the reason he is my Mile High memory, he had such an impact on this Bronco organization. He did so much for Elway when receivers were covered. He got relied on when Elway needed a big catch. Elway was never ever scared to throw and make sure Shannon was catching that ball. In fact, when he got hurt before that Super Bowl win, there's a huge game plan for him to get more of the ball. And then injuries affected whatnot. We played what we had to do. But Shannon Sharpe was not only a great receiving tight end, he also blocked, a great run blocker, especially for Terrell. I mean, anybody. He was never not willing to sacrifice his body to make a block. And he came down knowing the game from one of the greatest players that's short on injury, which was his brother, Sterling Sharpe. And he's always, throughout his career, gave so much love to Sterling Sharpe of how he got played the game. He even openly said in his Hall of Fame speech, he goes, "This should be him and not me," because Sterling was bad. So Shannon was raw. Shannon was raw all the time. But it's great to see somebody have so much brotherhood. His brother got hurt. He played. I mean, in all honesty, it just clicked into me. He was a Packer, but he was just a great tight end. Joe, what do you say to that?
That he was. He came in here and his first 2 years he got drafted as a receiver. Wasn't really making it there. He went into the coach called him in the office one day on the third year, and he thought he was getting cut. And he came in there looking all sad, and the coach was like, "I'm not cutting you, man." He said, "I do want to move you to tight end." He said, "I think we could, we can get more production out of you," and that was the best move we could have made. So, yeah, he definitely came in here and made a big impact on the Broncos getting the back-to-back championships. And I remember the moment and his how he liked to talk trash, man. That was one of my favorite things about him. And when he in 1996 when we were beating the Patriots, and he got on the phone.
Call the National Guard.
We're killing them. Shout out to my boy Brian. That's Patriots fan.
Man.
That was Shannon Sharpe was definitely a character, and still remains a character. With his when he was on ESPN, he had a good run there. Now he's got his own show, Club Shay Shay, be having some craziness, and
that's wild, bro. That show's wild, dude.
Yeah, and then his own craziness in his own life. So
yeah. One thing, you brought up the National Guard, and it just clicked in my mind. I think it was Mark Schlereth, because Shannon was always talking shit to that D line. And so it's like, you don't have to block these big dudes. I do. He's like, shut up. You know what I mean? Shannon didn't shut up for nobody, So, I remember Schlereth saying that during the Super Bowl documentaries, that Shannon was always right. You can hear him a mile away, no matter how loud Mile High was. You know what I mean? And it's just who he was.
Oh, yeah. So, like you said, he was brother of Sterling Sharpe, who did get in the Hall of Fame now. So, definitely good to see both them in the Hall of Fame. He was born June 26, 1968 in Glenville, Georgia. He played he was all state in all 3 sports he played, football, basketball, and track and field. So that's pretty dang good athlete there. Went to Savannah State, where he played football, basketball, and track and field. So he did all 3 sports in college too. In football, while he was there, he was a 3-time All-Conference, 87 through 89, Player of the Year in 87, and it was a Division II school, so he was first team D2 All-American, and they retired his number 2 jersey there. After that, he was a 7th round, 192nd overall pick to the Broncos. He only had 29 catches in his first 2 years with the Broncos, and then his first year as a tight end, 53. So that definitely was a big move for him, a big jump, and helped him out. Like I said, back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Then he did go to Baltimore for 2 seasons, which I got to get the money, and he did win another Super Bowl out there.
Did win one over there. Yep.
And then he was came back to the Broncos after that and finished out his career with us. He was a 4-time first team All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowl, 8 times in the Pro Bowl, and then 1990s NFL All-Decade Team, Broncos Ring of Fame. He's in he's part of the 50th anniversary team, and he got inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2011.
Yeah,
so
man.
Career, man. He's making the best of it now.
What a team player! Even though he had the mouth, it made it like to enjoy the game. Just watching him, he dared people. He was one of the first ones. I dare you. See if you can cover me. I'm a tight end, or see if I don't knock you on your, And he was all in all, man. Just mile high salute to Shannon Sharp.
Yes, sir. So,
go ahead. I was going to introduce it, but go ahead. Mile High Medlock is up next with his Mile High memory. What do you say, Joe?
Mine is going to be a basketball player again. We're going to go with somebody who was a number 3 overall draft pick to the Nuggets. He played at 2 seasons at LSU. One of those with Shaquille O'Neal. If you don't know who it is yet, that's going to be Chris Jackson, or as everybody else knows him now, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. I've seen a lot of games with him at McNichols through the years. Pure shooter, played all out, tenacity on defense, and never really dunked in games, but could dunk, and was in the dunk contest. They had to send video to the NBA to tell him legitimately, like, hey, he's got talent, he just doesn't win the game. So and just a very good one of the best free throw shooters as well.
Yeah, definitely. He was. I was going to touch down on that free throw. He shot a ridiculous one year. So I don't have the stats in front of me, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he was on that Nuggets team that beat the Bulls when they went 72-10.
Oh,
he was there. He was shooting like 80-something%. There was only like one free throw shooter better than him on percentage wise, and for the life of me, I can't remember exactly who that was, but he was up there. He was always clutch. He always looked calm. He always commanded his team down the court. He didn't always play with the most talent, but Denver struggled basketball wise for a while, but he never really gave up on Denver. And then when he went from Chris Jackson to Mahmoud, I know he got a little bit of backlash. I won't say all the reasons why, but he is who he is. Okay. He is who he is, and I always accepted him changing his name. I mean, Muhammad Ali did it. I'm not saying he's a Muhammad Ali caliber in the basketball world, but he made a big impact in Denver. And man, 3-pointers as well. He had handles. His assists, I believe, were up there pretty as well. Go ahead, Joe.
He was definitely decent with the assists. But yeah, he the 72-10 Bulls. Yeah, we definitely beat them that year. When they came to McNichols, I got into that game. I want to say, man, we got in probably like halftime. But he ended the game with 32 points. So he was out there giving it to. They tried to put Jordan on him right away, and he said, "Nah, I'm not going to let this happen." So he said, I got to get going. I got to, push him and, score some points so where they take him off him. And I don't know how long it was into the game, but they did end up taking Jordan off him. And yeah, man. So the Nuggets did get that 72-10 was one of us. Yeah. So we gave them one of their losses. But yeah, when you were talking about the free throws, he had the third highest in a season, 95%. And two other people had for the life of me, I thought I remembered it. That's why I didn't write it down. But yeah, there was two other people who had a higher percentage in for a season. In high school, though, I was reading he made so many free throws. Like one time it was like 235 in a row, and they had to stop practice for like about 10 minutes, because he just kept hitting them. So yeah, definitely a prolific shooter.
Well, I believe he was going for the record in that particular season, and I remember, I think I was like 12 or so. I remember watching the one with my dad where he missed it because he was on a streak.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what it was. Like I said, I don't have stats pulled up, but go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, you're right. I want to say it was the 96 season, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so he was born March 9th, 1969. He started playing organized basketball in middle school. All the while through till he got to 17. He didn't know what was wrong with him. If you guys don't know, he had Tourette's in him, so it was like little hitches that he had. Never stopped him though. He did say that when he got to 17 years old, that's when he got diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome. So he actually knew what it was and was able to kind of control a little bit more. But he said when he was training, when he got to the pros and everything, he'd be training, he had to push extra harder because to get past that Tourette's, and he stopped taking medication in college because he said it was making him too putting on too much weight for him. So yeah, he did everything all natural after that. And besides that, he went to Gulfport High School where he starred there. Two-time Mr. Mississippi basketball in his junior and senior year. McDonald's All-American his senior year. Yeah, like you said, 29 points is what he averaged and 5.7 assists. He played 2 years at LSU, and he had two 50-point games while he was there as a freshman, 53 and 55. So he's putting up points wherever he went. He set an NCAA record for points and points per game for a freshman. He was SEC Player of the Year and first team All-American both years as a freshman and a sophomore. His number 35 was retired by LSU. He declared for the NBA draft after that, and like I said, 1990, third overall pick to the Nuggets. Came in with some good hope. With our team was getting a little bit better, but coaching and stuff and plus you're the Bulls era, so
yeah.
NBA All Rookie, second team, and like I said, he didn't look in game, but he did do the 1993 dunk contest. Did pretty good too, especially for his size, 6'1", and won the most improved player in 1993. That's when he said he dropped like probably about 20 pounds back to his high school playing weight, and he said he just felt so good that year. So he won that. He had that's the year. In 1993, he had the third highest free throw percentage at .956, and that's also the year he changed his name to Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. And then we went to the playoffs in 94 and 95 with the Nuggets. 94 we made it past first round. Then 95 we did not. And in 1996, he got suspended by the NBA for not standing up for the national anthem. He had been doing that for a little bit. I want to say about 2 months before then. Wasn't really getting noticed, but then of course when we finally seen it, and the NBA suspended him for two games. Kind of soured everything here in Denver with him, and we traded him to Sacramento the next year or later on that year for a second round pick and some guy I don't even know who it is and didn't really play. It was a European name. I have it down here, but I'm not even gonna try to say it because I'm gonna butcher his name. And then he went and played overseas for some years with some teams. Came back and played with Vancouver in 2001. Didn't get too much playing time. Then went back overseas for a little bit. And then, as if you guys haven't known, he's been the big three, tearing it up all the way up to 51 years old. He was still out there playing with these dudes in his late 40s and 50s. Like him and Katino Mobley were out there just still giving it to these young dudes.
Yeah. I got something I want to pull up real quick, Joe.
Yep. I was
D-Rock
doing the
coming
same
in. He go, I'm not a Mile High fan besides the Broncos, but my Mile High memories, Clinton Portis, Madden-like game, 220-plus yards and 2 tutties. Great Mile High memory. Anybody else out there in the comments, go ahead and feel free to give us yours as well, but that's a great pick right there. We can go all day with that one.
Clinton Portis was on he comes on this show on the Is What It Is network, but they do a show with this lady Arabia, and Champ Bailey and Clinton Portis are usually on there. And man, it's good talk, and Clinton Portis from the University of Miami, he had that horrible knee injury before the draft in I don't say it was the bowl game or something like that. Very bad knee injury, and I'm glad to see that didn't hold him back, and he came back and had a good productive career. Glad we were able to get him here with the Broncos for some years as well, because I did not like playing against him when he was with Washington.
Absolutely. Why don't you hit a comment or two, Joe, and then let me get this back in.
Got it. Yep. We got Shy. What's up, Shy? He said,
What's up, Shy?
10-game winning streak, D-Rock said. Let's go. You got it, man.
All day.
10 games. Let's keep it going. Let's bump it up to 11 because I want to have my hands in the air because all we do is win, no matter what, no matter who it is.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get back a little bit.
D-Rock and Shy showing some love to each other. And then D-Rock said, Shy said, any update on Josh Jacobs? It's looking like he's not going to play is what the latest is looking like, but we'll see more tomorrow when they kind of put the last one out.
So getting back into the topic.
We got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let's throw this up here. We got Shy Vargas. He said his favorite, his Maha favorite is Brandon Marshall. Now, is that Brandon Marshall the receiver or Brandon Marshall
or the linebacker? I'm gonna say it's the receiver.
I'm thinking the receiver
too. It's the receiver. Anybody want to Google? Anybody want to Google that real quick? For some reason, Joe just kind of hit my mind. I think John Stockton beat Mahmoud for the free throw. There was two. I could be wrong. We won't get into that right now. We got to get back into some subjects. So next thing I want to talk about on Green Bay is on the way. What do you think about Green Bay's pass rush, bro?
Oh, that's tough. I mean, it was already pretty good, and then you had Micah Parsons. I mean, I don't know how Dallas let that happen, but hey, they that
good job, Jerry.
Extra. So I definitely think we got to make sure we cover him, double team him. If we got to chip him, something like that, we got to make sure we give Bo a couple more seconds to be able to scan the field and get the ball off cleanly. So wherever he is, but we also got to make sure we watch the other guys because I mean their defensive line is very formidable. So we got to make sure that the coverages are right and we don't let that slip. And then they also with their blitzes, we got to make sure we're covering their blitzes.
You got to worry about multiple things. That pass rush is coming in. If you had to pick, you don't have multiple blocking rushers at the moment, running backs. Who do you pick to help out in that backfield to defend Bo Nix when that comes through?
As far as
help
blocking?
Stay home. Yep.
I mean, Baday's been doing pretty good. McLaughlin's been doing pretty good. And I mean, I want to say I've seen a couple times Harvey actually threw a couple of good, blocks on somebody coming in. So whoever it is going to be back there, even if I wouldn't say put the fullback back there, but whatever running back we put back there, whether it be Bidet or McLaughlin, I think we'll definitely be able to, give him a little bit more time. I'm not gonna say we're gonna be able to stop him, but give him a little more time.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say. Harvey has had some decent blocks. Um, I don't think he's blocked of what's coming against this defense in my eyes. I'm not taking anything away from Harvey, but you got to give Bo 2 more seconds, or he's just got to get rid of that ball off the bat. So I think Green Bay pass rush is going to be one of their best ways to try to beat the Broncos, is to put pressure on and see who can and cannot block them. I don't think they're playing any type of not saying they're not going to play any zone, but they're going to be coming. They're going to come in and see, can you get rid of this ball? And we got to answer that question, and we got to get rid of that ball. And he's got to put some touch on it, right? They're coming in. So he's going to have to, hopefully he comes in and learns how to finesse a little bit and get that ball out of his hand.
That is for sure. Definitely. It's like I said, it's gonna be a good test for us, and it'll get us ready for the last little run that we have to keep us in this number one spot.
Absolutely. Let me get us in real quick. Let's put some props on it. As always, Bronco Country, what we do here is put some props on it. So anybody out there in the comments, you let us know who you put some props on it for. Defense, coaching, offense, ownership, whoever you want to put some props on it for. Joe, I'm going to start with you. Who are you going to put some props on it for?
You'll go to me first. Okay. I'm going to do a quick little honorary. It's not going to be my main one, but number 34, Skinner. Man, he has been playing some heck of special team, and man, I just every week I just keep seeing him pop up doing something good. Like I said, this week he had the finishing block to help Harvey get into the end zone, and then the next on the kickoff stuffed the dude at like the 15. So I mean, the dude is out there balling for the little bit of time he's out there. So definitely good props to Skinner on that, and then. After that, my main props, I'm gonna go to RJ Harvey. The dude. I didn't expect him to have that good of a rushing week. And he came in and, like I said, kept going forward. Like every rush was like 3 or 4 yards at least. The dude just kept pounding the hole, and for his size, I was very impressed by what he did. So that running game this week was needed. And RJ Harvey got it done.
That's good. I like that. If I have to go mine, there's always going to be an obvious one. Not obvious. I like how you do Skinner. You've been talking about him for a few weeks. I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with Sean Payton for not letting himself overthink the game, taking advantage. Time of possession was huge. I know the score gap was by 7, but you know what? To all the haters out there saying they only beat the Raiders by 7, no, we let them come down. Everyone can say, Wilson went out, or I mean, not Wilson, I'm sorry, Gino went out, and if this backup was in, no, we already released off of that. That was Vance Joseph. But Sean Payton got us in position to be able to actually play a comfortable fourth quarter. He managed the clock well. Things could have went different. Don't get me wrong. We could have put up more points in my belief. We could have done a couple things wrong. But it's looking like it's coming together. And I think Sean Payton is kind of getting out of his own way. Please, anyone out in the comments again, please agree or disagree with me or Joe on this subject. But why I'm going to put some props on it for Sean Payton is because I kind of feel like he's getting out of his own way and trusting Bo a little bit more.
Oh, definitely. And like I said, he's getting away from them little short screens, which, man, like I said, it drove me crazy at the start of the year. I was like, golly, man. And so I definitely think that definitely is a good one. He's giving Bo more reign. And, I just want to make sure we keep this offense balanced and we don't go too crazy on the passing, but that's a good one too. One thing I forgot to say about RJ Harvey, that the first drive of the game when it's 3rd and 2, he made that catch out there in the flat and had almost got tackled and was able to shake the dude off and get us the first down. Like I said, man, that from that start on, I was like, man, this dude he's a gritty player. Like he's not just because when he was playing behind Dobbins, we didn't get to see a lot of him, and now getting to see him, I definitely am glad we picked him up, and we got a good squad that's been stepping up for anybody that's been out.
No, Harvard's a great one. I'll give you I'll put some props on it for you just for that. And we might, repeat, put some props on it once in a while. We try not to. But I mean that's it, just because it's an obvious one doesn't mean it's not legitimate, because Harvey takes people out of that box. You always got to account for him when he's in motion. He brings a lot to the table rather than being a 100-yard rusher. And I'm starting to ease up on it a little bit because he's starting to fill out a little bit more without Dobbins. Don't get me wrong, I miss Dobbins, Ohio State, baby. But he's doing what he's asked to do by Sean Payton. He's doing what he's being asked to do. He's not backing down. Is he doing everything to the T? No, not at all. But he's out there doing it, and he's making me feel more comfortable with him being the number 1 back there. Because when Dobbins got hurt, I had concerns. So I'll put some props on it with you there.
Yeah, we got Johnny chiming in here. He said, put some damn props on it for RJ Harvey as well. He said, such a weapon can be used in so many ways. I can't scream it like you have it all capitalized, but teams have to always for him, even if he isn't getting the touch. Exactly. That's how I feel. And that's why
I just took his whole thing. Thank you, Johnny. But go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
You said what?
No, like literally what he put in the comment, because I don't have the comments pulled up on my screen. So I just talked about all that. I was like, maybe we should have did some comments before I elaborated. But yeah, right on, Johnny.
Yeah, we got a couple other ones too.
Go ahead.
Get to these real quick. We got D-Rock. He said he'd like to put some props on it for Vance Joseph because he did a total 180 for that Miami BTA game. He has our guys dialed the effing in. Yes, he does. And ever since that game, man, I definitely second guessed him a little bit, but ever since then, like you said, that he has had this defense tuned in, and I remember the interview. He said he went and talked to Sean Payton the next day, and he was like, "I got this." He's like, "That was just a blip. It just, And Sean Payton said, "Coop, man, no worries." And yeah, ever since then, it's been definitely good to see.
Maybe that's what we needed, though. A nice what do you call it? Boots to
BTF.
Yeah, BTF. Yeah. Boots so maybe we needed boots to face. We needed a BTF on that, and look what we've done since. So absolutely, D-Rock.
Yeah. And Shy cleared it up. He was talking about wide receiver. So yes. Brandon Marshall, wide receiver, man, he was him and
I knew it, Shy. Don't let Joe mess with you, Shy. I got your back, bro.
I was pretty sure too. Him and Cutler had a really good connection. And then he went down to Miami, and man, I was kind of sad. But then we got Ed chiming in here. He said his mile high memory is David Skywalker Thompson. That is going back versus George Iceman Gervin, race for the scoring title. The last 6 games of the year in 1978. It was exciting. Thompson lost out even after scoring 73 the last game. George Gervin, they kept tabs on how much they had to score. And it was definitely an exciting thing. I watched a George Gervin interview on All the Smoke about 2 weeks ago, and he was talking about it. And David Thompson, man, he was definitely a good NBA player. I'm gonna do one of these will be a mile high memory for him too. So I'll have to shout you out when I do that. And my dad, I'm sure my dad has a lot of memories about about Skywalker Thompson. So.
You know what? I'll just say this real quick, Ed. Much love for being here. What a great one to throw out there, man. Because did you see Joe's face? He's like, oh, he was excited to read that comment. So keep everybody that's in that comment section, keep them coming. Even if we're past the segment, keep them coming. Comment on whatever you want, because we love to hear great stuff like that. Ed, great mile high memory.
Yeah, and then we got a couple other ones to get these out the way too. And D
All
Rock
right.
said, please put some props on it. Alex Singleton's name. You got it, man. He's a tough warrior out there, man. The guy has grit, and in his first game back, he was impactful. That he was. That pass breakup across the middle was, man, it was right on time. So
Well, like Bronco Rob said it, he might have more vertical now. You know what I mean? Like,
the D Rock saying, Baki, shouting out Johnny. All right, let's keep it rolling.
all right, let me get back into it. Sorry, I'm not on the right thing right now. Um,
Of course
so
not.
going back, Green Bay is on the way. Joe,
To be slayed.
to be slayed. Hey, you keep it going. Keep the rhymes coming, everybody. This is very important for both wins of team. Both teams to win for a playoff run. Not saying that they're not both going to make the playoffs, but on how they sit in the playoffs. So, not saying at the end of the season, because division games are always, Raiders, Chiefs, they're looking to knock the Broncos down a peg, right? Because they don't have hopes. Raiders definitely go, and I don't think Chiefs do either. So those are going to be two hard games. But this one right here, and then following to Jacksonville, playoff seeding is going to mean so much because depending on win lose throughout the AFC, I'm not even talking about NFC, but a loss to Green Bay could just differ everything we were trying to do and only go out with one loss against the Chargers resting because if the Patriots win, and there's a lot to talk about there. So how do you think in your mind how it sits? Do you picture this as a playoff game, like a pre-playoff game for both teams?
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I know Green Bay's gonna, treat it like that. Even though it's not a conference game, I mean, it means so much. It's in our hands where we end up. We stay in first place as long as we win out. So it definitely has to be. It's not desperation, but we have to take it as not as a need win, not a must win. So,
Yeah.
The more win, like I said, we're gonna at least get one home game in the playoffs, which is very good. I'm glad Bronco Nation gets to see the team in the playoffs at least once, but I would like to see more. So I definitely think we got to treat it as a playoff type of game. And we are playing a really good team with like you said, we talked about their defense, their offense. So all around, in all aspects, we got to be on point and be able to dominate. So it's going to be a good test for us on Sunday.
Yeah, in my mind, I know what you're saying. It's not a must win because it's an NFC team. So if it's must win, it's Jacksonville because of AFC, and then the two division games that we have. Those are must wins because that declares what our seeding is going to be. So if you're going to lose to anybody, like on paper, it should be Green Bay. But at the same time, I think it's kind of a must win because if we get Jacksonville here, and then we're done at home for the regular season. Go into Arrowhead, get them, and then you can rest. So in my mind, every game that we're playing, it's not for playoff hopes, it's for playoff seeding. And that's how I consider this being a pre-playoff game. So we can go in, and if we win, the reason I say another reason why I say it's a must is because if we get Green Bay and Jacksonville undefeated at home, and then if we get that number one seed, who's going to want to see Broncos country in the playoffs? They don't want to see us now. Can you imagine the number one seed, Joe? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I couldn't even, like I said, this would be way exceeding any kind of expectations I would ever have thought for second year Bo, and Sean Payton, being here just this little short time, man. If we're going as number one seed, man, this city's gonna be going crazy. It's gonna be everybody just feverishly watching the game and making sure that they get it done. And with the defense we have, like I said, they've added to my confidence. And of course, I was a little doubtful up until the Chiefs game, and since then, like I said, I'm not going to doubt them no more, man. They whether they're cardiac kids or they're beating the BTF. Hey, all I'm wanting to do is win, and if it's ugly or not, we're gonna keep them wins going. And like I said, if we can get to that number one spot, man, it's gonna be a hell of a thing for Denver.
Definitely. I missed it on here. Dang it, where'd it go? I'll go back to it. Hit a couple comments real quick, Joe.
Yeah. So we got Shy popping in here. He said no penalties. That is for sure. If we can limit the penalties against Green Bay, it helps us out all the way. Because penalties they can kill a drive. They can put it, especially if it's pass interference, a spot penalty. It's definitely worse. So I feel you.
Definitely.
And then we got D-Rock popping in. He said, if we beat Green Bay in the Mile High City, I fear that the sports media will continue to move the goalposts regarding our Mile High maniacs. Of course, they're going to find some kind of way. That I was listening to Adon and Lieber yesterday, and Lieber is saying that the Packers are already talking about the fans are already saying that the officiating crew is one that they don't do.
Oh, because the away officiating,
no, they said the crew that crew that they just don't. The Packers don't do good with that crew. So
I thought it was more on the part like the visiting team when the officiators always favor the home team rather than the away team. He was
saying the officiating crew. So
gotcha.
They are already finding ways to move the goalposts. But hey, let them keep hating. The haters are gonna hate, and all we're gonna do is keep our hands in the air because that's all we do is win, no matter what. Let them talk. I don't care.
All right. So before we get into fourth and forecast, as I want everyone to know, me and Joe are huge sport fans. Hockey, baseball, basketball, football, obviously Bronco country. Just a quick take on this. Do you think I'll explain it real quick. Edwin Diaz is a closer for the New York Mets. So we're going to talk baseball real quick. Edwin Diaz is a closer for the New York Mets. If not the best, top two, like crazy. The Dodgers just acquired him. I think it was like a $68 million. I don't know exactly what it was. And there's really no repercussions on letting the Dodgers go over them. I think they're going to get fined for some weird reason. Don't quote me on that. There's still going to be like investigations, like how did this happen? But Dodgers are already a conglomerate, dude. They, back to back, barely back to back, but now they got a great closer on every weapon that they had, and it reminds me a lot of the Yankees, but I think it's exceeding what the Yankees even did. Joe, you want to touch down a little bit on this subject?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It is definitely just like the Yankees used to do, but without Steinbrenner, they have not been able. They still give money, but they don't go crazy. Well, they still do. I guess I shouldn't say it like that, but yeah, I mean, you got the three teams that are going to spend money out there. You got the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Dodgers. They're just going to spend money. They got the money to spend, and they expect to get big returns. And the last 2 years, the Dodgers have gotten them big returns. So, but the Yankees, like I said, they have a loaded squad too. So, the Red Sox, they got a little retooling to do. But I mean, when you got them big markets like that, that's where the players go, and that's why I said, like, even with Milwaukee, with Montreal, for them to do so good, or what was it? Was it Toronto? For Toronto,
it was the Blue Jays. It was the Blue Jays.
For them to be in it, that was more of a small market team. They don't have the money to spend like, huh?
That was like Rockies playing the Red Sox in 2007.
Yeah. So it's good to see teams, excel like that. So, yeah, I mean, the Dodgers are gonna do what they're gonna do. They got the new ownership there, and yeah, they got the money to spend.
They definitely do got the money to spend, but what I will say about this, there's a lot of bad taste in ownership, management, players' mouth right now, and nobody's happy that Major League MLB is not doing anything to control some sort of cap that limits stuff like this. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I mean, you look out for baseball news in this off season, and things things are going to get heated between other organizations for just, especially towards the Mets. I mean, and then they let go someone else too. I can't remember his name, but are traded or what? No, because they didn't sign contracts, is what it was. And it, to me, man, I I'm not saying officiating is always great in the NFL, but at least there's the cap and doing to prohibit certain things. Alway took a cap hit just to get Neil Smith when we won our 2 championships. He came over from KC. You have to adjust for stuff like that in certain situations, and baseball is not doing that. So I don't agree with letting him go over to the Dodgers. Not because I think the Rockies have a run, but for other teams that don't have. I mean, you know what I mean? I'll get off this subject a little bit. I just wanted to bring it up. If you have any final thoughts, if not, I will go into fourth and forecast.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, the Dodgers got the money, so they're gonna spend it, and we'll see what happens next year. Just another big arm for their bullpen.
All right, if you want to get those pulled up for us, we're gonna go into fourth and forecast. So fourth and forecast, what we do here, we talk about Avs, Nuggets, Broncos, pretty much predictions of whether they're going to win tonight, the next game, blah, blah, blah. Before we go into the all the Colorado organization topics on fourth and forecast is, what do you think about Ohio State, Joe? Ohio State's my team. I know you always vote against them. Whether they're going to win or not, but you stuck it out with Indiana. It just happened we missed an extra point. I don't want to go too far into it, but how do you feel about Ohio State finally getting knocked off number 1 from week 1?
I mean, you got to beat the best to be the best, and Indiana was a big underdog. No one really counted them, which, hey, they have not been a football dominant school in a long, long time. So you definitely want to expect it. And they had Indiana. Indiana had Ohio State. They had their number. And like I said, it's a magical season. And this quarterback for them, man, he's a special one. So I was definitely surprised. Even though I was win, I was surprised.
You were surprised. I'm over here. Just a little quick insight. Me and Joe talk off the podcast. Obviously, we've been boys since freshman year. He tried calling me after that Ohio State loss in the Big Ten championship, and I didn't answer a few calls. I was I won't say petty, but I was just trying to get over of missing an extra point and not playing.
Feelings.
I was in my feelings. Yeah, okay, I'll admit it, Joe. I was in my feelings. Okay, you got me. Okay. But we do got Ohio State still on a bye. They only went down to 2. We did a college bracket on Broncos Bros, so you can rewatch that show and see all our picks and stuff. We are getting kind of late in the program, so I still got Ohio State going all the way. Joe, I'm pretty sure I know your answer. Quick take. Ohio State
Indiana.
going all the way or not?
Till they lose to well, actually, I had them losing to Georgia. So
all right.
But,
all right.
Yeah, Indiana. I think Indiana's on a magical Cinderella run, so I'm going to stick with them.
Well, if you got any comments you want to bring up before we get into the Colorado organizations, go ahead. If not, I'll
negative on that, Ghost Rider. Let's just get into the
Avalanche. So the Avalanche, you got it pulled up?
Yep. Give me just a second. They are playing right now against Florida. When I first pulled it up, they were it was 1-0, but since then we have came back and tied it up.
All right, so you got Panthers at Avs tonight. Let me pull it up bigger on my screen, my brother.
Yeah.
Looks like we're in period 1, 4 to go. Oh, a lot of playing to do left. We're at 1-1. Avs have been just brutal opponent on anyone that we play. Only 2 losses. You know what? I mean, I'm gonna make it a little quick, Joe. I'm gonna say we're gonna pull this off 4-2. And anybody that's out in their comments, give their predictions for what the game is gonna be tonight. But I'm gonna go 4-2 Avs in regulation.
Sounds good. I don't want to disagree too much with that. We definitely have been doing really good. I mean, look at that schedule. I mean, look at the record. What is it? 21-2 and 7 ties. Or 7 OT games. So, man, dude, like that's a hell of a record. So, I definitely am happy with them. They did lose the other day, but I'll say the Avalanche. I'm gonna do one higher on each. So I'm gonna go 5-3 Avalanche tonight
Regulation?
in regulation.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then they'll play.
Go ahead.
And then on Saturday they play the Predators here at home, and then they take a road trip and play the Kraken on Tuesday. So hopefully keep the momentum rolling.
Absolutely. And anybody out there, any of these predictions, you agree or disagree, or just leave your score, who's going to win, we'd greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and bring those Nuggets up, Joe.
You got it. Nuggets are playing tonight too. They will start. They might have just started.
Yeah, they think 8 was their tip-off. So
they're playing Sacramento tonight. Yep. 18-15 so far. 21 now. So we just hit a 3.
Nice.
Yeah, Nuggets are doing really good this year too. And with the injuries too. So we're stepping up. If I'm gonna put a number on this game, I'm gonna put let's go 122 to 115.
Say that again, bro.
If I'm putting a score on at 122 to 115 Nuggets.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna agree with you on the Nuggets side. I'm gonna go 121 to 104. I'm gonna say that we just go off on them and just run them out. I ain't scared of these Kings, so yeah, 121. As the score keeps coming up, go Nuggets. That's my take. Anybody that wants to leave their score in the comments, we'll read it.
Yes, sir. And then they'll play. Nuggets have a couple days off. They don't play again until Monday. That's a good rest for them. They play the Rockets at home, and then they have another home game against the Magic on Thursday. So that's a good amount of rest between these games. So definitely hope they get their bodies all right, and anybody that's got a little bit of nagging injuries are able to come back and perform well in these next 2 games as well.
Yep. And then to the obvious one, we got Green Bay on their way, trying to get to Denver and trying to spoil a season or spoil a record at least, so they can benefit from it. You're gonna pull something up, or you just want to talk about it?
I'm gonna pull it up. Give me just a second. I thought we were just gonna talk about that one, so I didn't.
No, yeah, my bad. Yeah,
we're good though. Yep. So Green Bay is on the way to Denver to get slayed, and
to get slayed. I love it.
Oh man, we're gonna slice them cheese heads up, man. It is not gonna be it's not gonna be a fun visit for anybody from Green Bay that comes to town. So
all right. You or me?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say 27-16. Denver Broncos keep their undefeated record in Bronco country, because I ain't scared of no cheesehead. And I'll tell you what, I don't think there's anybody gonna beat us at home. And we just got to get that ball out. We got to worry about that pass rush, but we got to get that ball out quick. We're going to do some major things on offense that we haven't seen before. I'm excited about it. We're going to open that game up with those quick passes, and I think Packers are going to be kind of confused during that game. So final 24 or 27-16.
Not bad, not bad. I feel you on that. I am definitely gonna go. Of course, the Broncos gonna win. What did I predict the other day? I want to say I predicted like was it 27-17? I think I predicted the other day. So I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with 27-17 Broncos.
27-17.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know, as long as the Broncos win out, and I say this every week when we do this, I hope we're both wrong. I hope it's 42-0.
Much better.
Not have to worry about nothing, but, you know, we'll see when the gameplay comes. But, yeah, so.
As long as we stay number one in the AFC and keep these wins going, you know, like I said, no matter how ugly they are, what the score is, I'm be happy about it. We were wrong on the Nuggets score last week. He called. We were like, man, dude, we were both way wrong. So, you know.
Yeah.
It's just more fun.
You're going to be, yeah. It's all fun predictions, this and that.
Yeah.
What I will say is to everybody out there, you know, thank you for tuning in as always. Nothing but love for this Orange Blue Network. My co-host, Mile High Medlock, that I've known forever, man. I'm so glad you're doing this. Shout out to everybody that was in the comments that keeps tuning in to all of these shows and keeping everyone going. Joe, you got anything to say before I take us out?
No, like I said, same thing, man. Thanks for everybody tuning in and throwing some comments out there. And shout out to Ed. That was a very good Mile High memory, man. That, like I said, I just seen that interview a couple weeks ago, so it was all fresh in my mind. So yeah, definitely. I have a sad update on the Park Hill Pirates. They ended up losing. They lost both their games. They lost on Monday and they lost today. They didn't put up any points while they were down there. So, you know, I'm glad they got the experience, but you know, I wish it could have been a little better. So shout out Park Hill Pirates. Y'all even though you didn't score anything, man, you guys still made us proud to make it there. So
yeah. All day. Our local teams, we're Denver natives to the fullest. Anyone that can make it that far, mad respect. You know, you're not, you know, nothing but love for what you guys accomplished this season. And Joe, I love the way how you kept us updated by the youth sports. You know, it's an awesome thing to talk about and support. That's the future of sports in general, right? That's how you start. So you know what? Don't feel bad, guys. And I hope you guys, you know, keep your heads up. Other than that, Joe, it's always a pleasure.
I got one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
So last week too, I gave a shout out to the CU basketball team, and then they went up to CSU and got beat. So, you know, good job CSU, and yeah, still CU still got a good team, but yeah, definitely gave them the props, and then they went out there and lost to CSU in the in-state rivalry.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. Mile High salute. We're out of here.
Yes, sir.
Turn it up. Let the city feel the bass.